Listen up, there's not a moment to spare. It's quite a drop from the top, so how you feeling down there? It's a cold, cruel, harsh reality. Caught, stuck here with your enemies. Who do you think you are? Tearing us all apart. Where did you think you could go? 'Cause everyone already knows it's 20 to 1. Yeah, so you better run. You got the world on its knees. You're taking all that you please. You want more, but you get nothing from me. You like the burden we bear. You love the hate that we share. You want more, but you get nothing from me but enemies. Enemies.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed back from a little bit of a weekly hiatus, and I couldn't come back on a better day. It is indeed time for Raw Reaction. I am indeed Nate the Effing Great, joined here by, well, I would say my loyal co-host, Mr. AJ Jensen, but after last week, I'm not exactly so sure about that.
Yeah. I had to give you shit because you had your panties on a bunch and had some sand in your giner and you wanted to take time off.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I wanted to give you a little bit of motivation to suck it up and get back to work.
Yeah, whatever. Why don't you give Brock Lesnar some motivation? I'm sure he'd love that right now. Especially after being 1 week gone as champion. Jesus Christ. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw. Honestly, looking at the results from last week and comparing them to this week's Monday Night Raw, I feel like it got infinitely better. In all honesty, this Raw this shakeup, superstar deal, definitely was what WWE needed to do. And in all honesty, I actually prefer it more than the draft. I mean, by far, AJ, what do you think of the shakeup so far?
I think it's been amazing. I thought, WrestleMania was, going back to WrestleMania was a great show. The Monday Night Raw after Mania was awesome. The SmackDown after Mania was awesome. And then we get Monday Night Raw tonight, which was, I agree with you, I think even better than last week's Raw. And God only knows what's going to happen on SmackDown tomorrow. But Raw tonight was just filled with so many surprises and people showing up left and right. A lot more than I thought, to be honest. And the people that did show up, there was a couple where the 12-year-old wrestling fan in me came out and I was geeking out a little bit.
Just a little bit. Well, let's go through like the entire complete list of, as you mentioned, some of the people that actually came over from SmackDown Live to Raw are officially Raw bound. Of course, kicking off the show was with Maurice and Miz, as well as Dean Ambrose. A little later on the show, we got to see Kurt Hawkins make a comeback, and he's going to now be jobbing for Raw. Great. Apollo Crews. Why, God, why? Kalisto, of course, probably to really vamp up the Cruiserweight division. Rhino and Heath Slater. Not going to be against that. These were kind of the shockers for me, along with the big one that we'll get into in just about a couple seconds. Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. I put down Elias Sampson as a question mark because it seemed like he was a part of Raw, but he could probably show up tomorrow as well, being that he is the Drifter. And of course, the big one, the big shock of the night, a lot of people were speculating that was going to be AJ, but this one shocked me even more, and that being the Eater of Worlds, former WWE Champion, Bray frickin' Wyatt. Oh my God, that just took me completely by surprise. And the fact that he had a promo with Finn Balor just says, I'm liking where Raw's going in this direction. I like this. I want Bray versus Finn so badly right now.
Yeah, I hands down agree with that. I would absolutely love to see Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor go into some kind of thing together. I marked out right away, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This is like my number one and my number like 1B right here. You know, kind of almost face-to-face-ish, we'll call it. But I'm just like, I still really wish he had that title and was on SmackDown, though. I thought they took it off him too early. And I haven't actually honestly really had a chance to talk about WrestleMania at all, because we didn't record anything for it. But so I was very, very frustrated with how, you know, SmackDown, WWE, whatever, they did all those theatrics for Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton's match, and you just got this feeling like, okay, this is gonna go in Bray's favor, because why would they be busting out all these theatrics with the maggots and the worms and the cockroaches, like, you know, being like shined onto the ring or whatever the hell they were doing. And then all of a sudden Orton just hits an RKO out of nowhere in 1, 2, 3, and we're all like, what just happened? Like, really? And then now we know why, because it seems as if Bray is going to finish the remaining month on SmackDown, have his rematch, and lose, and probably come to Raw. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, like writing's basically on the wall right there.
Yeah.
Whatever this, House of Horrors.
Yeah, well, I was going to talk about some of the other guys coming over, though. Like, Miz and Maurice coming out right away. I thought that was awesome. Dean Ambrose, I was kind of talking to Chris. I was like, Dean Ambrose, he's lost all steam with me. Like, I used to be a Dean Ambrose fan. I really don't care about him anymore. I don't know what happened there, but he could have stayed on SmackDown as far as I'm concerned. I honestly think Kevin Owens is going to SmackDown, though. If Ambrose jumped ship to Raw, it makes no sense to have the Intercontinental Champion and the United States Champion on one show. Alexa Bliss, that was awesome. I was actually, for the segment that was happening, I was expecting something totally different to happen, and then she came out, and I was like, ooh, this is blissful. And then followed by Mickie James, which I am okay with that. Yeah, a couple of the ones I don't really care about. Apollo Crews, that's not really a big deal. I don't, Kurt Hawkins, that he's not really going to have like a really big impact. Kalisto, if they put Kalisto in the Cruiserweight division, that is a win-win for everybody. Because he's only going to help make that division better. Well, with Rhino and Heath Slater, I mean, it'll be cool. I did like the comment Michael Cole made about maybe now that he's on Raw, he can get an in-ground pool instead of an above-ground pool. But yeah, just pretty shocked with some of the people that came over, and now I'm just kind of starting to question who's going to jump ship to SmackDown tomorrow night. I have a couple of ideas.
All right. Do you want to make some early predictions on who's going to go over to SmackDown?
I got a feeling either Roman or Strowman, or possibly both. I think Nia Jax is probably going. I think Kevin Owens is definitely going. Not sure about Chris Jericho, though. I don't know how much time he's got left before he's done for this stint, but he very well could possibly go over for the remainder of the month. Who knows? And that's honestly, like, I don't really know from there. Those were the ones that kind of stood out to me. I'm trying to think of, like, maybe a tag team that would go over. I don't know. Maybe Breezango will go over. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't really care where they go, honestly.
I definitely do agree that I think that Kevin Owens is definitely going to be one of those guys making his way towards SmackDown. I think he's done enough on Raw. I think SmackDown is just going to be a better opportunity for him. I could definitely see the club going over to SmackDown. Probably readjusting.
Oh, there we go. That would work good.
And plus, there's a better division over on SmackDown. Plus, the club versus American Alpha. Oh my God, that would be amazing. That would just blow my mind.
They could reunite with AJ Styles. Although I was hoping for when Balor just got back, I was really hoping for another, club meets up with Balor and they kind of do something. I was hoping AJ would come over and they would all four of them do something, but you can wish in one hand and crap in the other and see which one fills up first.
Yeah. Some people that have been speculating that Sasha Banks and Charlotte could probably be bouncing the way over. I don't see Sasha going, especially after tonight. There's obviously going to be some kind of feud going on with her and Bayley. I definitely do see Charlotte going over. I think she's done enough on Raw. She definitely could use a bit of a change up. And heading over to SmackDown might help her quite a bit. Plus, for her to be the 5-time Raw Women's Champion, and then going over to, 4-time, sorry. I think that I was...
Yeah, maybe you're right about that. Yeah, now that I think about it, when I kind of had a feel... I kind of had this thought there tonight, with Strowman just destroying Roman and Nia Jax coming out and just laying waste to the entire Raw Women's division. I kind of thought, this is their way of tying up any loose ends that they have before they jump. But then, I totally forgot that Nia Jax got in the ring and said the title is hers. So, maybe Charlotte will go. Emma just came back, so... and we just got Mickie James and Alexa Bliss, so there's definitely going to be at least one or two going for sure.
Yeah. Other than the highlights from the Superstar Shake-Up, talking about the Raw highlights that happened through, first matchup being the New Day against the Revival. Jesus Christ.
So, first of all, we got the bad news about Kofi Kingston breaking his ankle. But they've found their replacement, that being a blow-up doll with a wig and dressed in a New Day shirt that was supposed to be Kofi Kingston. And I'm not going to lie, I thought it was a little disturbing when Big E was grinding on the blow-up doll in the ring.
God.
And it was supposed to be Kofi.
That, honestly, again, I was talking to one of our other co-hosts, Max, and that was the first thing I said to him. I was like, oh, God, Big E's grinding that sex doll. Just stop, please, for the love of God. But the big highlight for this matchup, in my opinion, was, the Shatter Machine that the Revival hit on Xavier Woods.
Oh, God, I thought he was dead.
Oh, jeez. Well, let's just say this, that... For those of you that listen into our broadcast, you know that I do a show on Friday called What Did I Just Watch? This was an episode of Raw where we probably witnessed one, maybe two murders in the entirety of the show. This was the first one, and Xavier Woods definitely took just a major bump on that. I honestly thought, oh God, he's dead. There's no way, and he was still lying down, just flat on his back. Big E's trying to check on him. I'm like, oh God, he's not moving. He's probably dead.
Holding him like a freaking baby.
only the way Big E does. Oh God! And the fact was, I've been watching a lot of the Payback stuff in the last couple hours, and just seeing where Big E has gone from just this massive, menacing, bodyguard type guy to just now being this overly sensualized. Oh God, I don't even know the right words for that. After
he's this generation's sexual chocolate, man.
Oh boy, don't remind me.
I just hope he doesn't get. I hope he doesn't get some old bitch pregnant and she gives birth to a rubber hand.
Oh Jesus. Well, that'll just make wrestling history just barf again. Oh boy. Another thing that happened tonight was the fact that Seth Rollins came out and revealed what his fate was going to be. He definitely talked a lot about his WrestleMania match, where he talked about, of course, Stephanie McMahon going through the table and that Stephanie's going to be coming back, and that he knows that it's going to be basically hell when she comes back.